Hi, I'm Randy Pierson, Vice President of Life and Annuities for Gordon Marketing, and today I have with me Jim Paris, our Final Expense Sales Manager, and we're going to be talking today about effectively utilizing final expense leads, so be sure and stay tuned. All right, Jim, so somehow I bet, right, when we're talking about final expense, I bet that a very common question you get from agents is, tell me about your lead program. Am I on the money there or what?
Randy, you couldn't get more right. I don't think I've spoken with a final expense agent that hasn't mentioned a lead program. Whether they're currently utilizing one, they're always on the hunt for a better, more quality lead source. Couldn't agree with them more. Final expense is a numbers game.
Yeah, true that, right? I mean, final expense is very transactional, and for advisors to make the kind of money that they want to make, you got to sell a lot of policies because generally speaking, we're talking about smaller premiums, correspondingly smaller commissions on a per sale basis. But I know a lot of agents out there who are making well into six figures selling final expense, but it does require a very effective lead program. So talk to me a little bit about Gordon Marketing's final expense lead program, how it works, and what are some of the nuances with regards to our program?
Well, our lead program, we're working with LeadMax now. It's a web-based portal. The agent can go right on to the website, order their leads. They can classify it by any demographic that they're looking to touch, region, localities, etc. They do postcards, they do letters. It's a perfect opportunity to not have to get on the phone with a vendor that's just trying to pound you.
Yeah, I will say that over the last few years, and if you're watching this video and you're in the final expense business, you've probably experienced this. There are a lot of vendors out there who are promoting the best, highest quality final expense leads at very reasonable prices, perhaps even preset appointments. But what you find is that many of them utilize call centers that are outside the country. Many of them, it seems, can barely speak English, or their accents are very difficult for seniors to understand. And what we have found is that the lead volume, or certainly the lead quality, has gone down over time. And so what we've adopted is more of an old school approach, as Jim mentioned, utilizing postcards and direct mail pieces, which tend to be read and understood by the consumer, requires the consumer to provide a proactive response saying, I want to talk to an agent about final expense, and the agent gets a verifiable documentation that says, these are the people that I need to go out to and I want to talk to, right?
That is correct, Randy.
And to your point, also, it's easy access. It's all internet-based, so the advisor can go, the agent can go right into the portal and purchase their leads, right?
That is correct.
Absolutely. So talk to us a little bit about the cost and how that works.
Well, the cost on those, for the letters, if you want to send out letters, it's about $425 per 1,000. Postcards are going to be about $385 per 1,000. The beautiful thing about this program is once you do get a response, they load it directly into a CRM software for you, the agent, to utilize. So you can keep track of all those leads, how they're coming in, when they're coming in, and be able to track your progress for your system throughout the whole journey of the sale.
Okay, very good. And let's talk a little bit about, because oftentimes when you get into the conversation with an agent about final expense leads, the question about response rate comes up. So what kind of response rate can agents hope to achieve or look to achieve with our program versus others?
They're staying on market average about 2%. Which I know a lot of people say, wow, 2%. But if you do the numbers, that's cross average, and that's what you're going to get. And what you alluded to earlier, these are going to be high quality leads that were proactively aggregated.
Yeah, and I think some of the things that we do a little differently to increase that response rate are, as you mentioned a moment ago, diving more deeply into demographics, economics, right, incomes of the consumers, ages, whether they are rural or more metropolitan leads has a factor. And so we can help the agent with that. And at that price point, really, even if you don't quite get 2%, the cost per lead is still super competitive. right?
I would definitely say that.
So let's talk a little bit about co-op or incentives. Do we have the opportunity for agents to get discounts and those types of things?
Oh, most certainly. Most certainly. We'll definitely offer some sort of incentive, if you will, to co-op some money towards you. If we see you utilizing it, seeing you as successful, and we want to help you, do our part to make you more successful.
Absolutely. To your point, right, if they bring their final expense business to Gordon Marketing, they're currently utilizing a lead program or want to jump onto our program, we're always here to work with them to make it an effective program for them. So the real question, though, is how does an agent get started?
Just give me a call at the office. Phone number should be right there at the bottom of the screen. If not, you could reach out to myself or Randy anytime. We're always here for our agents.
Absolutely. I couldn't emphasize that anymore. We're here to help you become the most successful agent you can be in the final expense space. So reach out to Jim. He's a wealth of information, very experienced, and here ready to help you become a superstar in the final expense space. So with that, we're going to call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. I certainly appreciate you spending your time with us. Please make sure you hit subscribe at the bottom of this video and the notification bell so that every time we come out with new content, you'll be sure to hear about it. And with that, happy selling.